What's up, peoples? Welcome to the next video. This is part 2 of restoring this old timer for cheap. So last time we did the paint job, we didn't finish the racing stripes. We're going to be doing the racing stripes. We're going to be working on the exhaust after that, just to kind of make it look good, make it sound good. You know, we're probably still going to keep it wired up because it's cheap and it's simple. It's something you can do at home. And I'm going to show you how to wire up an exhaust properly, because I'll tell you one thing. If you wire up an exhaust and you twist that wire, it's gonna break. It'll always break, especially underneath the car. You know, you have, if you live in a snowy area, you got that salt making it rust. You know, there's a lot of can't think of the word, but weather happening underneath your vehicle. So yeah, I'm gonna be showing y'all how to do that exhaust for cheap, for easy. You know, welder costs $150. You can get it at Welding House for $20. I'm gonna be showing you that, and see how it goes from there. Next step will be the interior, which is gonna be fun. I don't like doing the interior, but alright, I gotta jump in here right quick. So the reason I haven't posted, I know I said I was gonna post in a week, and it's already been more than a week. The reason I haven't posted is because I got my bike that you've seen in videos, the white one. I got it impounded. Oh god, let me do it again. Anyway, I got my bike impounded because I was running around with no registration or insurance, which I'm from a small town, okay? Nobody cares here. There's kids riding around here almost killing themselves on little Tractor Supply bikes with no registration or insurance, and nothing gets done about them. Anyway, this cop doesn't like me, okay? He impounded my bike. Well, guess what? I don't have a damn title for it because the guy I bought it from didn't have a title for it. So now I can't get my bike out of impound without a title, and I can't get a title without the bike. The only way I can get a title, it would take 3 months, and in 3 months, the bike is theirs. So I've just kind of been stressed out, you know? I mean, I'm sure you get it. Anyway, that's why I haven't posted in a while. That's why everything's been kind of slowed down. I know I'm just starting out. I need to be posting over and over and over. I need to be bringing out content so you guys can enjoy what I put out there, but it's been hard right now, okay? But I'm still here doing it. I'm still here, you know, kicking it, trying to figure it out. If I have to get a lawyer, I'll get a damn lawyer. I don't care. But anyway, just want to let y'all know why I didn't keep up on my promise. I'm posting in less than a week. I know it's been more than a week, and I've been feeling awful about it. I haven't been sleeping right because I'm like, I need to edit this video. I need to get this video posted, you know. I need to get this content out there, and I sure hope y'all enjoy. Enjoy this video. Have a great day, and I hope y'all come stick around, subscribe, like, enjoy. All right, so the way I'm just going to be doing it with the tape, since this paint is not cured for at least 48 hours, I'll unroll the tape and just touch it everywhere with my fingers so it's not as sticky. This is really good tape. I recommend. If you're going to be doing a paint job on a car, buy the expensive stuff. This is the only stuff I've had good experiences with, and I've painted a lot of vehicles. All right, we got the first bit done. Looks pretty good. Only thing I don't like, there's a little bit of dirt underneath that I didn't see until after I stopped painting. So, but it is what it is. It's a budget build. I'm not gonna invest a couple $100 more in redoing it. So maybe in the future, but for now, that's good. Alright, I went ahead and put the second coat on. I didn't record it because I was very much in a hurry, because as you can see, it's already dark. I decided not to put any on the roof because I looked up some pictures and most of them don't have them on the roof, so no problem if it's not. Say it looks pretty alright, I can't wait to see what it looks like when everything's peeled. Oops. But yeah, no, it's definitely looking very good. I like it. Look at that. This is why you need to get the expensive tape. Look at that line. That is, whew, mint. Just peeling it now because I really don't want any cracks. Ooh. Oh well. Shouldn't have talked too soon. I mean, another problem, of course, is me touching it to make it less sticky. That might also, but it usually doesn't cause a problem. That's another reason I'm peeling it right away. If you do this on anything that's fairly freshly painted, or even just in general DIY painted, it's best if you peel the tape right away before it cooks onto the paint and really gets extremely sticky to where you'll end up messing up your paint, you know. Because, of course, DIY paint jobs are usually never as good as factory. Holy, look at that. Look at that. Holy crap, dude. Look at that. That looks nice. That looks very nice. Back, not so much. I mean, from far away it does. But, like I said, you look close. But tomorrow morning I'm going to get up very early to polish this thing. Try to get rid of the imperfections. That is nice. We did a nice job there. Alright, what I'm doing now, went ahead and washed it. Now I'm taking some 3000 grit. It's 3000 of a sanding cloth, I guess. Pretty much I'm just spraying water right on here as I'm sanding. That way anything I'm sanding, any of the paint I'm sanding off doesn't dry somewhere else and then stay on there, you know. Makes it pretty hard to get rid of it. So yeah, but I'm pretty much just sanding, getting it wet. I hope I'm gonna be able to get these out. I think I will though. It seems to be doing pretty good. And then I'm gonna go ahead and wash it again, and then we'll polish. See how it looks then. Alright, finished sanding it. Washed it, now I'm spraying it down with some turtle wax and drying it off, and then I'm gonna go ahead and polish it. Alright, so I wasn't able to polish it because since I didn't put a clear coat on it, it would mix up the paint of the stripes and the paint itself. So I wasn't able to polish it, but I did sand it down, like I said, with running water. That way especially if I'm going over the racing stripes, that way the paint from the racing stripes doesn't dry on the paint itself. You know, I mean, it's pretty easy to sand back out, but it just makes things more difficult. So I wasn't able to polish it, but like I said, I just kept spraying water on there, sanding it with that 3000 grit. Didn't really get rid of the imperfections on the stripes in the back, but it looks pretty good. Alright, so right now I'm cleaning up all this spray paint that's on all the chrome and stuff. Alright, peoples, we're gonna be putting stripes on. I got these gold ones here at O'Reilly's. They're like 12 bucks or something. I'm just gonna be adding them right along the body line right here. Alright, so we're gonna be starting over here. I'll be taking it off. The body line, just, you gotta know the body line of your car, I guess. You can look it up online or whatever. But this is the body line of this Buick. I'm just gonna leave the end open so I can end up stretching it, because if we go over corners, it'll end up going downwards. So. Alright, so if you're going over lines like your doors and stuff, it's best you just do it all in one piece, because it'll make sure that it's perfectly straight, and then you'll just cut it afterwards. So let's go right over here. And then whenever you're done, whenever you get to the end, you just cut it right there, and you can fold the corners over, and it'll look all good. Alright, now we're at the end. I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna stretch it. Once I'm right here at the corner, I'm gonna really stretch it and get it straight. Really hope that it's pretty much the same as on the other side. It should be pretty similar. I'm gonna tuck it inside the trunk.
Of course.
Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and cut my corners. Alright, there's the first one cut. Let me run up here real quick. I'm going to tuck this in with the knife a little bit. Alright, one problem is once you still have the plastic cover on top, and you have it stretched, it's not going to stick very well. So you want to get that plastic cover off as quickly as possible. So let me just go ahead and start with this one. Just going to carefully go under here, somewhere in the middle, because it definitely sticks well in the middle. Or not the middle, but away from the edges. And I'm just going to peel this one. Ooh. Alright, now I'm just going to go over it with my fingers again. Just like this. Open the door. Tuck it in here. Boom. Alright, now we got both sides of the stripes done. I'd say that's looking pretty good, pretty good. Alright, we're getting there, we're getting there. Alright, peoples, now we're gonna get started on the exhaust. I've already done this exhaust before. I put some resonators from a V6 Camaro in there, and then welded those tips on. As you can see, it's only wired up. It was kind of done pretty fast. So we're gonna redo the exhaust a bit. First of all, I think these are 2.5 or 2.25 inch. We're gonna replace just the end pipes here with 3-inch, so it sounds a little better. We're gonna leave these tips. I like the tips, but we're just gonna lift it all up. I might still wire it up. Wire isn't great for exhaust, but since we're doing it on a budget, I'll probably wire it up. Alright, got a welder and grinder here. You can get this thing for, I think, 150 bucks, so it's really cheap. It's great for exhaust and really anything. I mean, it's a great learning welder if you're learning how to weld. It's just a really cheap grinder. I have like 5 of these. They're, I think, less than 20 bucks each. And if one of them goes out within a year, I just return it, get a new one. Boom. Anyhow, my jack went out a while back. and I kind of forgot, so it looks like we're gonna have to do this without a jack. Alright, I guess from all the yanking around I did, my adapter up there came off, because the way I do my exhaust is I weld them outside the vehicle, obviously, because you can't weld on top. Then at one point I get a connector. I don't know what they're called, I forget, but I get a connector, I slide it on, and then I just kind of weld around it. But this one was only tack welded on with like 3 tacks, so it came off, which is good. So I'm gonna cut off this other side, and pretty much, as you probably saw in the time lapse, it's gonna go here, something like this. I didn't buy connectors for it because I wasn't sure what size this is, but we might even try and do it without, since I'm welding it out here. This is how I cut it here. Now I'm gonna take a hammer. I'm gonna close it down on the end around that pipe, and then just weld it shut. Alright. Don't judge my welding skills. I haven't welded in over 6 months. But we got this side done. Looks like it anyway. I'm kind of blind. I need to adjust my helmet a little different. But yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. I'm not gonna record it, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, now I have it tack welded on right here. Well, that's not really tack weld. That's already a little bead, but you know what I mean. Now that I have it welded in place, oops, like how it's supposed to go, pull it back out and weld it just like the other one. Alright, I'm gonna show you guys a little trick here. I mean, it's not really a trick, every welder knows it, but if you're welding at home, find yourself, and you know, you have big gaps like right here. It's not the biggest gap, but it's a gap. I don't want to waste wire on it, so we're gonna weld this on, bend it a little, and then weld it all the way on. While it's hot, break it off. Alright, now we got this welded on. I'm just going to be cutting these off right here. I might have to reposition the tips, but we'll see. But I'm just going to cut these off right here, and then on both of them, and then weld them on the ends right there. Alright, peoples, I actually decided against reusing the resonators, because I think since we're going to 3-inch from 2.5, if that's even 2.5, might be 2.25, but since we're going to 3-inch anyways, it's already going to make it a bit quieter and also just make it sound better. So I think we'll be good without resonators. So I'm just gonna go straight for the tips, because you know, if you have a bigger pipe, it's not gonna be so obnoxious. You know, smaller pipes are always very obnoxious, very loud, which is why I added the resonators, because I didn't like that obnoxious sound. But I think these 3-inch, it's not much, but that little bit of 3-inch pipe I think will make it sound a lot better, and it'll sound good without the resonators. I guess I didn't plan this quite right, which is a good thing though, because now if I put the tips on, they'll be hidden underneath the vehicle. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put extensions, and I actually like this better than how it was before. Before it was kind of like this right here. What I'm gonna do now is it's gonna be coming out the side, kind of, you know, at the back on the side. So I'm just gonna have some 3-inch pipe in the back. Let's go ahead and look for that. We'll add some extensions to where it comes out the side. All right, let's see what we can find. I'm not quite sure. I have some exhaust from my Camaro. I could use that. I guess we'll go ahead and use this. Without the tip, of course. With my little gas setup right here for flames. Hey, my wheels are getting better again. There we go. Now those are the type of wheels I want to be seeing. This right here. I mean, I guess I was also welding gaps down here, so kind of hard to make those look good. But yeah, got my first piece of pipe welded on here. That's gonna end up going right there, kind of like that. Oh, dang it. Something like this will be our end result. All right, that looks pretty good, I'd say. I have tack welded on right now, like this. So I'm gonna take it back out and weld it on right. And like I said, we're just gonna wire it, at least for now. Maybe I'll make some exhaust mounts at some point, but for now it'll just be wired. All right, now we got this thing all welded up. Alright, so the best way to do it with this wire, I just reuse the old wire, but the best way to do it is use multiple layers. Do 3 things of wire. The problem is, you know, underneath the car, especially this stuff, it'll rust through and it'll get brittle. Another thing is don't twist the wire, because then it will always break if you twist it. How I do it is I just get it tight, and then I pretty much make a loop on both sides so they're hooked into each other, and then I just kind of wrap the loops, or wrap the remaining wire around. All right, so how I do it is, like I said, you're gonna go against, you're gonna make a loop on one, loop on the other, cut off your excess wire, and then you're gonna keep going in the direction that your loop is, or that you made the loop in, and just wrap it around. And then on this one, so that way it doesn't end up sticking out on the bottom, or if somebody looks underneath your vehicle and it looks so ugly, you're gonna loop it all the way, make it into a circle, not too tight so it doesn't break, like I said. And then just go ahead and wrap that around too. Some rumble to it, golly. Alright, peoples, that's it for this video. I know it's a lot later than I thought it was going to be posted. We're going to be doing the interior pretty soon. It's kind of delayed right now. But after we get the interior done on this thing, and it's pretty nice, I'm really not happy with how the paint job came out. But honestly, it was cheap, and so far, everybody's told me it looks awesome. They like what I've done to it since they've last seen it. Some people even asked me if I got a new car. You know, so I said we did pretty good. I myself am not happy with it because I could have done a lot better of a job. But hey, I learn from my mistakes. Every time I do it better. So that's good. That's good. Next vehicle we do is gonna look it's gonna look mint, you know. But yeah, that'll be it for this video. Stay tuned for the next video where we do the interior, and then the video after that we're gonna start working, I don't know, either my truck or my little Nissan Sentra from '94. That would be a pretty nice thing to work on because it's cheap, easy to get. It's a manual. It's fun. It's a little race car, you know. You can make a lot out of it for cheap, you know. The trucks are pretty expensive, not gonna lie. But yeah, either we're gonna be doing the truck or the Nissan. I keep wanting to call it an N car because that's what we call it, an N car. But yeah, no, we're gonna be doing that pretty soon, and I hope it's not gonna be too long, and I hope you guys enjoy. Tune back in the next video. I sure do hope that my videos get better, and I sure do hope you guys stick around, subscribe, like, let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if there's anything I can improve. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna do a lot of stuff, and if you guys come up with any ideas you want me to do, anything, I don't just have to do car videos, you know. We can do, I don't know, fun stuff. We can work on bikes if you want me to. You know, I can do videos about working on a bike. I can do videos on renovating my house. Doesn't matter. Whatever y'all want to see, we'll do. But yeah, have a good day. We'll see you next time.